Yo, what's up?
Hi.
You look cute. Don't you want to come to a party?
Sure.
Alright, make sure you wax it.
What?
Yeah.
Who sent this guy?
Cruise control to Super Soul, the best drive on the N1. Welcome to Melville Drive, right here on ilovemelville.live.
On this beautiful Wacky Wednesday, good afternoon, all you beautiful drivers all over the country, all over the world. Welcome. What is going on?
Good afternoon. I'm stuck. I'm a bit stuck. Good afternoon, lovely people. How are you guys doing today?
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I think Technical is coming to help me. They think I'm dying.
Oh, okay. All right. Welcome to it. This is the best drive on the N1. It's the Marvel Drive, coming to you live on www.ilovemarvel.live. It's time for us to get this show on the road on this Grey Wednesday. It is a Grey Wednesday in Johannesburg,
It's a great Wednesday.
A great Wednesday.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that one. Let's kick the show off. Let's head into the top of the hour news bulletin, the first one of today.
Ooh.
It's top of the hour. Time for news on ilovemelville.live.
Court appearance of 4 officers accused of murdering Ndumba delayed, taking the power back 6 Western Cape municipalities to move off the Eskom grid. And then in your international news, Pope evokes Myanmar none in pleading for peace. It's 20 degrees in Johannesburg. My name is Mncedisi. Good afternoon. The first appearance of 4 officers accused of the murder of Mncedisi Sindane has been delayed on Wednesday morning. Ndumba was shot and killed last week when police fired rubber bullets at protesting students in Bloemfontein. It's been a morning of delays at the Johannesburg Magistrates Court, where the media is out in full force ahead of the appearance of 4 police officers. They're accused of murder following the death of Ndumba. He was shot last week during a protest in Johannesburg, allegedly by members of the Public Order Policing Unit deployed to disperse students. By the beginning of the court day, the docket was yet to arrive. And as journalists mill around, the magistrate is still deciding how many media houses will be allowed inside the courtroom due to COVID-19 regulations. It is not yet clear whether the Ndumba family will attend Wednesday's proceedings, but meanwhile, the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, IPID, is hoping the officers arrested in connection with Ndumba's death will remain behind bars. The IPID spokesperson, Ndile Kakola, said IPID is hoping they will remain in custody because we are still investigating this matter further. The Western Cape government has allocated around 70 million rand for 6 municipalities to move off Eskom grid. Eskom said on Tuesday that load shedding will be reduced to stage 1 from Wednesday morning and extended until Saturday as the national power grid remained severely constrained. South Africa has had to put up with stage 2 power cuts since last week, which were meant to end on Wednesday. The Western Cape government's latest budget showed that the millions would go towards helping municipality generate or buy their own electricity in the medium and long term. Speaking to Bruce Whitefield on the Money Show on Tuesday night, Department of Local Government, Environmental Affairs and Development Planning spokesperson James Brent Steyn said the province aimed to be less reliant on Eskom electricity. The thinking under Premier Alan Wind is to see what can be done to be less reliant in the Western Cape on Eskom electricity, given the enormous problems load shedding presents and the impact on the economy, said Steyn. Steyn said this was a pilot program for the 6 municipalities to see what could be done to assist them in getting more independent and off the Eskom grid. Here are the 6 municipalities earmarked for the Municipal Energy Reliant Project: Drakenstein, Mossel Bay, Overstrand, Saldanha Bay, Stellenbosch, and Swartland. Steyn noted that according to the national guidelines, only municipalities in good financial standing were allowed to generate or buy their own electricity. And in your international news, Pope Francis on Wednesday again called for the end to violence in Myanmar, referring to the nun who fell to her knees to beg armed police for mercy. I too kneel on the streets of Myanmar and say, end the violence, the 84-year-old pontiff said during his weekly audience, although he did not directly reference the nun. I too extend my arms and say, let dialogue prevail. Blood resolves nothing. The image of the sister Anne Rose Nu Twang begged a group of police earlier this month to spare the children and take her life instead went viral as a potent symbol of bravery amid mass protests against the military coup. The Pope has repeatedly called for an end to violence in Myanmar since February 1 coup, when the military ousted and detained civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi. The junta has increasingly deployed heavier force to quell the demonstration, with more than 200 protesters reported to have been killed in the crackdown. The rand is trading at 14 rand 93 against the US dollar, 17 rand 76 cents against the euro, and 20 rand 74 cents against the British pound. A quick recap of your stories. Court appearance of 4 officers accused of murdering in Dumba delayed. Taking the power back, 6 Western Cape municipalities to move off the ESCOM grid. And then in your international news, the Pope evokes Mayor Nunn in pleading for peace. Catch me again at the bottom of the hour with your news headlines. It's time now to head into the sport headlines with Stephanie Cooke.
Bring you all the sporting news. This is sports on ilovemarvel.live.
I'm Stephanie Cooke with your sports news. Football sex abuse scandal. Clive Sheldon, QC's review to be published. Tommy Fury interviewer. How Tyson Fury's brother has ditched Love Island infamy to prove himself. I don't want any freebies. And in your final headline this morning, we have this afternoon. Should Joe Butler open for England the T20 World Cup? Rob Key and Nasser Hussain assesses England's batting options. And that is all for your sports headlines for this afternoon.
You're a morning person, aren't you?
I am.
I can tell. She said to me this morning, "Oh, were you up at this certain time?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh, I was working, so I was up." And I mean, every time she literally goes, "This morning."
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
I feel
though.
like we should maybe make this a morning show. You think?
Nah,
Yeah.
maybe we should take over the Melville streets. Who knows?
Maybe. We're just throwing it out there, okay?
Good afternoon, all you drivers. My name is Mncedisi, hanging out to the beautiful
Stephanie Cooke.
It is a Wacky Wednesday, and coming up on the show today, we have a lot. We are doing conversation starters today. That is very touch and go. It's a touch and go subject. Sometimes you think that you're saying the right thing, but like you're offending people, and it's just like you're.
I think this is the best lesson in tact. Because some people lack that, and I speak for myself. I had to also learn that the hard way.
Absolutely.
How are we going to be tactful when we speak to people?
Right? We're tackling that this afternoon. And then we have our Celeville. What do we have there today?
We've got some gossip as always. You have to stay tuned.
Yes,
you know that
tea.
because we want to spill the tea while you guys are here. Don't let you know what's going on before you know what's going on.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned for that part. That's going to be interesting today.
Stay tuned for that part. Don't go anyway. And then we also have I Wish I Was Warned. All the adulting frustrations that you wish somebody had told you about, but nobody did. Today we're tackling the workforce.
Oh my goodness.
Have you had problems in workforce?
I have. I've got some stories to tell you.
Oh,
I do because I've been scarred.
Really?
I have been.
My goodness me, I'm looking forward to that one.
It's gonna be good.
Yes. All right. The tea. I'm looking forward to it. And then in the second hour of the show, we have the school ground parental edition. Today we talk to parental expert Ayanda Tekyana, who will be discussing what positive parenting skills parents should have in order to raise their children in an appropriate manner. We won't say correct manner because there's no correct manner.
That's what I was about to say. Like, how do you know if you're doing it right? Because I'm sure there's some serial killer who has the best parents ever.
Yeah. So we'll just discuss positive parenting skills that are appropriate, if that makes sense. Yes.
Especially in our society, right? Everything is such a taboo thing. You're not allowed to do this or that or this or that.
Yes.
So, we need to speak about the guidelines and what can we actually do as parents?
Absolutely. And then in the final half an hour, we chat in our ship drive 5 things you should do when you are annoyed with your partner, because Lord knows these
this
things
one
happen.
is gonna get so spicy,
right? I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. To kick off the show, though, we are bringing you a hot song. This one is by Urban Village and is titled Dindi on the Melville Drive. When we come back, we absolutely kick this show off and get it on the road. We absolutely cannot wait. We'll see you straight after this. By Urban Village on the Melville Drive. If you've just joined us, welcome to our Wacky Wednesday.
Welcome.
Yes, we're having absolutely fun. So did you know, right? Okay, so according to the Carousel website, dogs sense of smell is about 100,000 times stronger than that of humans. However, they only have 1/6 of the number of taste buds that we have.
That's crazy. I would always think that your smell affects how you taste,
Facts.
right? Because like when your nose is blocked, you can't taste food.
But you know what I've always wanted to know? If I could not smell at all, does that mean I can't taste?
That's why I'm saying, like, I thought those two were like related, you know?
I don't think they are. So there's a
Clearly
lady that I
not.
know who's
Yeah.
very, very old.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently she has no sense of smell
Mm-hmm.
and has never smelled anything in her life.
That's crazy.
Right? And it broke my heart the other day. She was like, oh, I just really want to know what my husband and kids smell like.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
And imagine like, oh, you can't smell bae.
Well, I mean, if you've never been able to smell your babe, then
Hectic.
it's
Yeah, I feel like it takes away like one of those, you know, those things that you need as a rule from yesterday.
yeah.
You need to smell good as my bae. And like,
Oh.
you know, I think it's a good rule.
You know what? Smelling good is so expensive though.
Listen, eh?
Oh.
As long as you're not smelling bad, you smell good.
Okay. I will gladly accept that one.
You know what I mean? Just
You
a
have 5
thought.
dogs, so
Right? Now that you're saying that, I'm just thinking of all the times I cook for them. They don't actually care. And I'm just like, okay, I put spices and things in there, so they're not really tasting what I'm doing. Okay, let's just keep like the pellets going. But
do you think this is why the dogs can smell fear?
yeah, I think so. I think so.
Ah.
I definitely think so.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let us know what you think about this. This is literally a weird fact.
Right?
Dogs, the dog's sense of smell is about 100,000 times stronger than that of humans. However, they only have 1/6 of the taste buds. This is, literally. Tell us what you think about that. Please follow us on our social media. Yes.
How would you feel if like you couldn't taste very well? You could taste a little bit, but not very well.
It would depend, right?
Mhm.
So, how long have I not been able to taste very well? Since I was
Uh-huh.
born?
Oh yeah, because if
or-
you had tasted and then you couldn't taste, that would be frustrating.
It really would. But
Mm.
if I was born like that,
I don't think you'd mind.
I'd have FOMO though. Like when
Right?
people say,
This dry meat. What do you mean?
yeah, like this is so hot. What do you mean? Like, yeah, I'd still be a bit frustrated, like
Yeah.
FOMO or jealous. So,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
yeah. Right. So, Conversation Starter, hashtag Conversation Starter is a feature we have every single Wednesday where we look at the weird conversation starters. Today, we're talking how to communicate more effectively without offending people. We recorded a really, really cool video earlier on, and I think we should play it.
I think so too.
Do we have it? Do we have it on standby? All right. While we
coming.
wait for that, we were speaking yesterday about Jales is having a white party, and
Do you even want an invitation to it?
well, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
You know, I think you're more accommodating than I am. I just don't want to be told what to do before. Like, okay,
Uh-huh.
I get it. We have a dress code,
Uh-huh.
but like, don't be forward.
Uh,
Like, it's like saying, I'm having an all black party.
Yeah.
You better make sure you're wearing sandals. What if you want to wear a closed shoe?
okay.
It's like it's preference. Like, why do I have to say wear sandals?
Okay. What if I mean like it's like an all black like beach party, and I like seeing people's like toes. I don't know.
You
Like,
have
what if
a
I have
weird toe fetish
Yeah.
that has got nothing to do with me as your guest. Okay,
Oh my
keep
God,
that with
Stephanie.
your bed. Like, just keep it there.
Cheers. Well, according to the I Will Teach You to Be Rich website, there's a middle ground between these two extremes that you can learn to distinguish. And once you're able to occupy the space during your conversations, you'll find that they'll go a lot more smoother. What is the rudest thing someone has ever said to you starting a conversation? But they meant well.
Oh, I think I'm that person. I don't think anything touches me to that extent, but I think I'm the rude one sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I think sometimes I'm being honest. Well, my intention is to be honest or, you know, blunt. But I think sometimes the delivery isn't, you know, where it should be. And that's one thing I had to get real about, just learning how to be tactful. You
Yeah.
know, like sometimes you don't have tact and someone might be like, what? That's not nice. I can't remember what it is because I do it too often.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. I think I'm a bit the same as you. You know, sometimes
What is your star sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh my gosh, and I'm a Sagittarius. Do you know you have the best team together? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, according to the stars, we're totally compatible.
Look at that.
My best friend is a Sag. I think what I'm so comfortable, right? in meeting new people and in starting conversations. So I'm the type that walks into the room and I won't be like, oh, I don't know what to say. I'll just be like, you know what? I'll be the one that goes out there to make everybody comfortable.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Your
within say
personality
things,
also goes with it, so that makes sense.
right? So sometimes you just like say something and it's just like,
Ooh, I think I do dirty jokes. Like that's
Oh.
my bad. Like you shouldn't do that. Like I get too comfortable too quickly and I make a dirty joke. I think when I got interviewed here, I was just like, oh, don't do it.
Please tell me you did it.
I did it. But like
What
I
did
said
you
it,
say?
then I said I took it back as like, yeah, if that's what you mean. But he said something, right? But I obviously took it in the wrong context. And I was like, sure.
If that's what you mean,
you know? And then I was like,
guess.
this is not your friend, calm down.
All right. All
It was
right.
one of those awkward moments, but I think I get too comfortable too quickly. And I think that also is where I become overly honest.
Yes.
And that is not always received the way I intended.
Do you apologize though? Do people call you out for it?
I do. If I can see, like, you don't even have to call me out on it. You can feel mood change, And like when I feel like I've overstepped, I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
Yeah.
But I do like withdraw and take it back a little bit. It's
So
one of those things.
do you think that considering your nature and the way that you are, you sort of take a lot of things with a pinch of salt? Do you think that's why you are
I'm like that, yeah.
thick-skinned?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you
I had to learn how to do that when I decided I want to be in this industry. Because like you're gonna get so many no's, and like after the fifth time crying, bro, it's not the same, you know? Like you have to go, okay, no, you don't like me, okay, cool, let's continue.
Yeah.
And then in a way you kind of get used to that, like, you know what, it's not that deep. And for me, I go through life saying it's not that deep.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might be very deep to someone.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think the weirdest thing that was ever said to me was something about my body. And it wasn't even so.
Was it body shaming vibes?
Not even. It was a compliment.
Okay.
But I
can't take compliments.
No. I thought it was offensive, but now there's a backstory. Oh, come on! There's a backstory to it, right? So growing up, I've always had a gluteus maximus that is a bit larger than
and in charge.
It's not. I hate you.
I get you.
I
But
hate you.
you know what? I think the problem with that is how media was being advertised at the time of your age. Because back then it was a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like we accept it, come through. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, because the bullying has stopped.
Mhm.
So it was a thing of, okay, my gluteus maximus is a bit bigger than normal, so so now in my old age and in the society today, it's still a thing at the back of my head, to say, I always used to battle with this growing up, so I don't know how to receive compliments about it now.
Yeah.
So I was wearing a suit, right? So it was hot. Then I decided to take off the jacket, but naturally your shirt is tucked in.
Yeah.
And the trousers are
they're shapy.
figure hugging.
Yeah.
They're a bit shapy, and it's an outfit.
He does a good fit, man.
So this girl comes up to me and she's like, sexy gluteus maximus you got there. And I just felt like,
I'm so exposed.
Yeah. And I'm like, really? Is that the first thing that you say to people when you meet them?
You're right. That's a bit of an awkward conversation starter. But you know, maybe she thought she was being, I don't know, cute or like,
But where do we draw the line, Steph?
There's so many things that are having like GBV and you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, I don't even know. I don't know because I'm sure she didn't mean that to be.
I'm pretty sure she didn't too.
So now, where do you draw the line where you can understand her intention was probably just to like, mac on you or something? Whereas now you out here in your feelings and you're like, wait, macking or not macking, you out here.
Yeah, because I'm extremely uncomfortable now. And I mean, you know what it was for me, right? If I let it happen or if I didn't say anything about it, that sort of creates the impression that it's okay to talk about it going forward.
Yeah, and she will probably do it again. So if you hadn't said something, she was probably going to be like, listen, next one, I'm going to say that ass though.
I really did not appreciate it. I really, really did not appreciate it.
Hectic, bad pickup lines. You know what? I don't even know if it's a conversation starter or pickup line.
Yeah.
I do not appreciate in the streets my size. Do not call me my size.
Why do you have a problem with it?
Because you don't know what my size is. Do not assume that you know that this is a medium. What if this is a large? All I'm saying, it kind of takes away like you trying to get to know Stephanie for being Stephanie. Now you're just seeing the size before anything else. And I don't think I do well with even like entertaining you.
Yeah.
Even if you are a nice person, because I'm already like, I know the first thing this one is doing is sizing me up. You know?
Okay.
So
I absolutely get it.
I don't like that. Don't do it. Don't start a conversation with my size and with boo sweetie. No, please, I'm not your sweetie. You don't know me like that, honey.
So what is it for you? Like, because I honestly think that pickup lines fall under the category conversation starters.
They
because,
do.
I mean, I see you at a bar, I see you at a coffee shop, and I really want to talk to you. I don't know what, and I mean, I'm guessing that pickup lines were initially meant as icebreakers.
As icebreakers.
So
sure.
what is an appropriate thing to say to you? What do you think the perfect pickup line for you would be?
I think give me a good compliment on either my shoes
Okay.
or on my dress, but not on my body, if that makes sense. Like say, that is a beautiful dress, or you are making that dress look beautiful. Don't be on some badass in that dress though.
But isn't it the same though?
No, it's not. It's the tone, it's the delivery, it's the intention. I get it.
Yeah.
It's probably the same intention.
Yeah.
But how you say things is very important to what you say.
Absolutely.
Because now if
absolutely.
you're out here, girl, drop it low for me, I'm just gonna be like, go home.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
It's how, because like if I feel like, you know what, this person has more respect for me in a gentlemanly way.
Yeah.
You know, he's more able to be like, listen,
Yeah.
I wanna rub your feet. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, yes, brother. That's what you do. Not on some can I just smash and like, you know, hit it
Yeah.
and run.
Yeah.
Like that's no, you're not gonna go anywhere with this.
All right. So let's say I don't meet you at a club or at a coffee shop per se, and I see you at the street. So I sometimes people use words like, "Oh, my size." And,
No. That is
I don't
not
know,
gonna work. So I
bootylicious.
don't know if you want to be successful in your
Yeah.
conquering,
Yeah.
but that doesn't work. And I think you put a woman off, if anything else. That conversation started, it just ends the conversation immediately.
Does it ever work? Or do you think it would ever work if somebody came up to you in the streets and said to you, "Hey, can I take you out for coffee?" without saying
That is
anything
much
else?
better. That is so much better than calling me my size from across the street.
Don't
I
you find it
respect that
weird?
more. No, I respect that more, right? Because firstly, I think to myself, wow,
Yeah.
this person had to have courage to get up and come and talk to me.
All right.
Because I respect the fact that you're not shouting at me from across the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Secondly, like it is difficult to ask somebody knowing that you might be rejected, you know,
Uh-huh.
and ask them with manners and nicely, not like they owe you anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, chivalry is always gonna like beat swag.
So chivalry is not dead.
It's
after
not
all.
dead. Never, never, never. I think maybe we need to do some more courses on this for everybody in the streets calling people my size.
Absolutely.
Chivalry, please.
Absolutely. Well, on the Melville Drive, we're talking conversation starters. Where do you draw the line? What is rude? What is not? How do you start a conversation with someone that is appropriate and that will help you further your long-term goal?
Guys, I don't know. Maybe the goal isn't to also have a long-term situation,
Facts,
you know?
facts.
So maybe are you out here? Are you one of those people in the streets calling
Yeah.
people my size because you just want to hit and run? Let us
Yeah.
know. Engage with us, you know?
Yeah.
What is the best pickup line you've ever heard? How have you started a conversation?
Yes. And what is the worst? We absolutely also want to know, what is the worst pickup line you've ever heard in your life? And what is the worst conversation starter somebody has said to you, right?
I remember the one day I was at a party with my friends.
Yeah.
This random dude, drunk as a skunk, came through.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know everybody's name here.
Oh.
And he's like, but I'm going to start with you. And he's like, your name is beautiful. All of my friends looked at each other. They're like, oh, come on, bruh.
Isn't that cute though?
No, it's not cute,
Oh,
bruh.
come
It's like, you can't do that,
on.
bruh. Come on,
Oh,
bruh.
come on.
I don't know. Would that have worked for you?
Well, I mean, if somebody came to me and said, I don't know what all your names are, but I'll start with you. Yours is beautiful. I'll be like, you figure. I know. Thanks. Yeah.
These are facts.
These are facts. You did not lie. You did not lie. I
Wow.
don't know. I don't know.
But I think maybe the fact that he was drunk wasn't also
I
playing to
absolutely
his,
get
you
it.
know?
I absolutely get it.
I think also when you're going to start a conversation, please be sober
All right.
so we can take you seriously.
Okay, I get that. I love Marvel.live is where we are on Facebook. I love Marvel Owls where we are on Twitter. What is the worst conversation starter you've ever heard that was said to you? What is the best one? Was it a pickup line or was it somebody saying, hey, I don't know what your name is, but you look like you could be beautiful? We
So cheesy.
absolutely want to know. 28 after 3 Central African time. You still tuned into the best drive on the N1. It's time for us to head into the bottom of the hour news headlines and the sports bulletin. Let's go.
It's top of the hour. Time for news on ilovemarvel.live.
In your bottom of the hour, it's 20 degrees in Johannesburg. My name is Mncedisi. Good afternoon. Court appearance of 4 officers accused of murdering Ndumba delayed, taking the power back. 6 Western Cape municipalities to move off the grid from Eskom. And then in your international news, the Pope evokes Myanmar, none in pleading for peace. Catch me again at the top of the hour with your news bulletin. It's time for us now to head into the sports bulletin with Stephanie Cooke.
Bringing you all the sporting news. This is Sports on ilovemarvel.live.
And I'm Stephanie Cooke with your sports bulletin. In football news, football sex abuse scandal, Clive Sheldon QC's review to be published. Clive Sheldon has spent over 4 years investigating the FA's perceived failings over a 35-year period from 1970 to 2005. The QC has also looked at which clubs knew during that period. Tom Fury's interview, how Tyson Fury's brother has dictated Love Island and ditched it, in for me to prove himself. I don't want any freebies. Nobody has ever pushed me into boxing, says Tommy Fury, who is now undefeated in 5 fights, but carries the weight of his family's name. I'm not here to try to equal anything that anybody else has done. Should Joe Butler's opening for England in T20's World Cup? Rob Key and Nasser Hussain assesses England's batting options. Rob Key says that England are not getting they are not getting the best out of their best cricketer in all formats, Ben Stokes, the hero from Headingley. His game is more suited to batting earlier in the innings. Watch the 4th T20I between England and India live on Sky Sports Cricket at 1 p.m. this Thursday. And that is all for your sports bulletin.
The rand is trading at 14 rand 93 against the US dollar, 17 rand 76 against the euro, and 20 rand 74 cents against the British pound. Now, we have a host of shows that go on at I Love Marvel Live, and one of them is called Ladies Chill Sundays.
Ooh.
Yeah, they get up to something on Sunday afternoons. And if you don't know what we're talking about, here's a quick snippet of what they get up to every Sunday. Have a look and enjoy.
I love Melville.live.
Yeah,
This is the best deep house show in Johannesburg.
because there's no black orchids in the house. That's right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's slow down this time and space when I'm alone with you. There's nothing better than being loved by you.
Friday to Saturdays, 6 to 8. That is Silhouette Sundays. Something's wrong with the ladies on the Sundays. So, I mean,
I
yeah.
think silhouette sessions.
Silhouette sessions.
That's
yes.
the one.
Friday and Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. Right here on I Love Marvel Live. Some of the crazy things that we have going on in the station. It's time for us now to head into our silly vault behind the red velvet robes and everything that is happening. So, Prince KB joins Fees Must Fall protest.
Imagine.
Yeah, there's
How-
something wrong.
Do you think this is a PR stunt?
I absolutely do think that it's a PR stunt.
Okay, so if you were in a position of Prince KB, right?
Yes.
You've got money and everything.
Yes,
If you were really serious about what you're actually saying,
yes.
what would be a better way to support this without making it a PR stunt?
To say it in June.
Yeah, in June. Why in June?
Yes, in June, because it's the middle of the academic year. You know that in June there is financial exclusion also.
I thought you were talking about the protest also. Like, isn't it June 16?
Oh, no, not the June 16. My point is, don't wait for students to take the streets before you decide that you want to do something about it. Say something when no one is saying anything.
I feel you. I feel you. And also do more than what, do more, but without showing it.
Absolutely.
You know? Okay, I'm with you
Absolutely.
on that one.
Well, Prince KB has decided to put his words into action by taking a stand and protesting with students during the hashtag National Shutdown protests. Yearly, students fight for free education as they face exclusion from their various institutions because of historical debt, high registration, and tuition fees. The South African Student Congress, SASCO, together with other student organizations from various parties, called for a national shutdown across all universities and encouraged students to put on their most comfortable sneakers and to hit the road.
Would you go? Would you go?
Well, I used to protest.
Really? How
Yes.
did that go?
The first time I protested, I ended up in prison.
Oh no.
That didn't
You
go
see,
well.
there's things like this that I'm just like, no, I cannot get into the streets to go to jail for no.
No, but I mean, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Mhm.
Yeah. It
Did
was
you
worth
guys
it.
achieve what you guys were protesting for?
Well, it was 2016. People are allowed to register. I was only first year.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean,
Did you spend the day there?
I spent the whole day there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know it was traumatic.
I would be so scared. I would never go to any protest after that.
Why? I mean, it's for a
No.
just cause.
I hear you, but I'm just like, listen, hey?
Yeah.
There's something called my life, and I love it. I don't want to be in jail like ever.
Oh my gosh.
Not even holding
Stephanie.
cell.
It wasn't that bad.
Because you had friends with you, right?
Because I had friends. With me,
Exactly.
absolutely,
So this was
yes.
more of a school trip than anything else.
Oh, wow, screw you. Many of our local celebrities have voiced out their concerns regarding student fees and how to make education accessible to the less advantaged. However, it was Prince KB who took the time from his busy schedule, which I absolutely don't agree with, but anyway, to hit the streets with students and demand free education and for the black child to not be excluded. He even went live. That's how much of a PR stunt I think this is.
That's where I'm just like, okay, are you guys serious? Are you serious?
Absolutely. I don't know. What do we think? Yay, nay?
I don't. You know, this is one of those things where I get the business, but like the ethics are questionable. You know.
Yeah.
I get the business that you're in, and I understand how you need to maintain yourself and be relevant.
Yeah.
But now this is a moral question also. Like, can I take you seriously?
Can we really?
Mm.
I don't think so. Well, he took to Twitter and shared how proud he is of students who are not letting society block them from achieving the free quality education they desire. And I quote, he said, "I'm inspired by the level of courage shown by the students marching for free education. Even when they are bullied, beaten and shot by police, they kept fighting. All of us should take the time to support their struggle in whatever way we can. Their pain is our pain." It's a no from me.
Yeah, no, me also, I'm with you on that one.
It's
eh?
a no from me.
Do you know what is going on in the streets?
Tell me now. I want to know. Yes.
I got a question. When you're dating someone, would you do matching tattoos?
If I was dating someone, would I do matching tattoos? No.
Can you bow
Oh.
put her man's name on her thigh?
I'd never do that.
Bruh.
Wait. Which man is this now?
The
Is it,
Zimbabwean businessman Kudzai Mushonga.
wait, isn't Kanye Bao's man Teboho?
No. She broke up with him.
She broke up with
They've
Teboho.
been
when?
out for a minute, hey? Like, and she
Oh.
was even out here on a reality show saying, like, listen, it's not working.
Well, that's
She threw him under the bus.
Uh-huh.
I feel like she threw him under the bus. He didn't need to be mentioned on anything on that show. No, I don't think so. But I think she threw him under the bus because she was ruling that relationship. That's how it felt.
Do you think so?
That's
do you
how
think
it
it's
felt.
because she's older,
Definitely.
more money?
Definitely. And she's wise. That woman is a smart woman.
I don't think she's wise. I think she's a kuluva. There's a difference. I don't think she's wise. I think she's a kuluva. Kanye Bao is a totsi.
Babes, listen, her dad ran the entire taxi nation.
Literally.
So what do you expect? This is like the
Well-
taxi queen, taxi princess.
But don't get me wrong. I don't think she's the totsi in like bad connotations.
No. But like she was taught
Yeah.
the most, I don't know, cunning or business moves
Yeah.
from the most successful taxi owner.
The absolute hustle.
She was taught how to hustle as a kid.
Do you remember that interview she did and she was like, "Money loves me.
Yes, with
Money is
Anele.
attractive
Yes,
to me."
yes, babe. So you know, like she's
that
out
was
here.
interesting. Oh, wow.
Imagine,
We
bruh.
absolutely love her.
So she's out here saying that she's grown enough to accept defeat. What does that even mean, bro?
Accept defeat in what? In
I
terms
think
of
in love, in
relationships?
relationships, yeah, because I think when you ink someone on you, that's permanent. Even though you can get
Yeah.
it taken off, but I mean, like, it's still a permanent decision, right?
Yeah.
Until
You know
it's
what I
not
would do?
permanent.
You know what I would do?
What would you do?
I think I would get something like, maybe if you said, "Oh, we're dating, let's get butterflies." I think
You know,
I'd get a butterfly.
yeah, I feel you. Like something that's not gonna be like too permanent about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I think if I can at least draw a heart around the butterfly and be like, listen.
You would draw a heart, I'd turn it into a bullet. I'd draw a gun and then I'd turn it into a bullet.
Crazy stuff. But
Yeah.
this clearly shows that she's happy. And you know what? We're happy when people are happy, right? So
Absolutely.
keep on keeping on, babes. I think that's a bit extra though. I think I'd only do my husband's name.
Why? They
Because
turn
I'm
out to
not
be
going
assholes
anywhere.
anyway.
I'm not. No, but the thing for me is like once we get
Ah.
married, Well, you're not going anywhere.
No.
I'm not going
You were
anywhere.
right the first time around. You're not going anywhere. That says nothing about me. If I want to leave, but
I feel like I'm still stuck until death do us part, and I believe in that kind of love. So I'm not gonna marry someone I don't feel like I can die with.
Well, I mean, you know what? I always had like interesting thoughts around the death do us part. Because
Yeah.
I could kill you and death
That
get us
death,
apart.
yeah, there we go. Well, I guess if you look at it like that, at least you'll have like a memorial, whatever, a symbol, souvenir
Yeah.
of your dead partner on your body.
Okay. Well, I guess. But you know what? I'd actually do it. I would get a tattoo, and then if
His name.
no,
Yeah, that's the part I'm just like, okay.
no, I just make sure that it's something that I can like quickly get rid of when we break up. Something that I can turn into a bullet or a
So dirty.
gun or a broken heart with a sword. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
hectic. We need to talk about Kabza.
Kabza the Small.
He is so sweet. He's
He-
out just saying thank you to his mom for hustling with him. His mom used to sell his CDs at the side of the back road back in the day.
You lie.
Bruh.
No way.
Like, that is so sweet. We need to thank our moms, guys. Say thanks to your mom.
Absolutely.
That is the most like dedicated and supportive parent, since we're speaking about parenting today, right?
Absolutely.
I think she deserves a naughty badge.
She does. It's a yes from us. But do you know why he always looks so tired?
Because he's always DJing.
He looks like the king of fatigue. Like,
He's always DJing. Who has time to sleep at night when you have to DJ?
okay, that's fair. I mean, he's always out and about DJing, but my goodness me, get that man some vitamin B12 or something and get him like, gee whiz.
My gosh. I feel like we need to just like, appreciate the good music he makes, right?
Facts.
And whoever is in his life as his significant other, please make sure your man gets some rest.
Facts. Like, yeah, get him B12 and vitamin C and like, gee whiz. Come on.
Shady much.
My gosh. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
He's out here giving us good music, eh?
He really is.
Oh, so someone is lying to Wendy Williams.
Someone is lying to Wendy Williams.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Anele.
Anele Mtoda
Mm-hmm.
said what to Wendy Williams?
Listen, hey. Did she say the 10th of April is a day dedicated to Wendy Williams in South Africa? She said that.
We have a Wendy Williams Day in South Africa?
Since when?
Why didn't nobody tell me?
Imagine, bro. Wendy, I love you to death.
I did.
Like she's that auntie that just like gossips, you know.
No,
and
she's a big bird. Like she's a big bird. I don't like
she
her.
reminds me of the gossiping drunk auntie.
That's basically who she is.
And you have to love that one, you know?
No way.
You don't take them too seriously. You love her because you know all the juice, all the teas coming from
Ah,
her.
Okay.
But you don't take it seriously because you know this one is either batshit drunk or she's just out shipper.
all right.
But Anela's out here giving her props. And I don't like it when it feels like we suck up to like international celebrities.
Yes.
I feel like we don't have our own foot to stand on when we do that. You know, it's like, oh, we love you so much. We have a day for you. No, we don't. We just love you. You know?
Also, do you think that she did it for clout?
I think so.
Because I mean,
Wendy's got clout, bruh.
do you think so?
She was dating Biggie. She was dating Biggie. I'm sure she even dated Nas. Like back in the day, she was that girl. And I'm sure like even from then to now, all those followers are still with her, bruh.
No,
Mhm.
I just really know. I don't know. I just
And it's
really don't
definitely
like
for
her.
clout because I mean Anela's probably on some. She's probably gonna call me to come and tell you about South African tea.
You know what?
when-
You know what? I don't blame Anele though. Do you remember that stint she had at the Oscars when she was yelling at Sandra Oh? She's like, Sandra, I'm your person. Sandra. So, I mean,
You do what you
desperate
gotta do.
times, desperate measures. Really? Like you literally
Crazy.
go, Wendy, we love you so much. We have a day dedicated to you in South Africa.
I think maybe she was also joking because you know she has that kind of a personality and probably they took it too seriously.
I don't think she was joking. She was. She
probably
she
joking,
meant
right?
it.
It's like,
No,
listen,
she
like
meant
we
it.
love Beyonce, we love you, not.
Not at all. Big bird. She's a big
Why are you
bird.
calling my auntie a bird, bruh?
No, she's a big bird.
What did she do to you?
She's a clout chaser.
Oh, listen, her business is clout.
Well, facts. Her business is gossip. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
and clout. Because I mean, she gets thrown under the bus for saying things she really means.
Yeah, okay.
And the
those are
things we
facts.
say, we want to say, but we can't say. 'Cause, you know.
Those are facts. Those are facts. My goodness me. Is that all we have on Celeb Vote today?
That is all for Celeb Vote today.
All right, 42 after 3 Central African time. The Come Up is another show we have on ilovemarvel.live. Here's a quick snippet of what goes on in there. And then when we come back, I wish I was warned all the things that you wish you were warned about before you signed up to adulting.
Please
Or the
share your
adulting.
guys' experience with us, please, on our Facebook, our Twitter, and on our YouTube.
Absolutely. This is the Marble Drive. We'll see you straight after this.
Lenze. Laat hem lenzen.
This one is called The Come Up. It plays every weekend on I Love Marvel Live. So, you know the things that you wish you were warned about? Wait, first of all, do you ever feel like, this is not the adulting I ordered. I don't want to do this anymore.
No, always. I feel like, when you're a kid and you're just like, I can't wait to grow up.
Yes.
I will take those words back.
Uh,
I really take them back. Like, who would have thought being independent was so difficult?
I hate it, dude.
Right?
Like, I was thinking the other day, I was like, no, man, like, working is not for me.
Bruh.
Not my portion. I don't like this. I really just thoroughly don't enjoy working.
When you're working under someone that is even more stressful and is choking you, I think that is even worse. It's even worse.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an experience where you just felt like, listen, I'm going to shoot my boss right now?
Yes.
We're not talking about you guys.
I mean,
obviously
if my
not.
boss is watching, I'm really, really sorry. I just there were days I felt like I could like pull up a bazooka and like
It's
blow
that
you
deep.
into like 2 weeks and only see you in the next 2 weeks. Does not necessarily kill you, but I mean,
Hectic.
Yeah, no. Today on I Wish I Was Warned, we're talking challenges with being new in the workplace. So according to a website from Minnesota State, career-wise, whether you're new to the workplace or a seasoned employee, problems do occur at work. And these are the following challenges that you can face at work and how to deal with them. So here's the first one, fitting in. Have you ever walked into a space and then you felt like, you know what? I just really don't fit in here.
I think that has happened to me many times, not just in a workplace, even.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sometimes it's in a social setting.
Yes.
But one thing I've always told myself is don't change to accommodate other people, because that's when you start like being flaky in character.
Alright.
If you don't know who you are and you get into a situation that feels awkward and strange, and then you start imitating whoever you see in the room,
Yeah.
you lose your authenticity as a person, and I think you lose your trust.
All right, I get that. And in principle, I agree. Do you feel like, though, it's always possible to stay true to your character? Because, I mean, for example, let's say you get to work every day and there's this culture of having coffee and you're not a coffee person and you really just want to fit in.
Yeah.
Won't you start drinking coffee?
No. I think then that's a problem with yourself right there. Because then you're not really not a coffee person. Now you're just a people pleaser. And now we need to draw the line, right? Because I mean, what stops you from having a cup of tea?
Absolutely.
What stops you from having a bottle of water? You can still have a conversation with the beverage in your hand. It doesn't have to be what everybody else is doing.
drinking.
Yeah. So I think when it comes down to that, when you get into a new workplace, pray and know yourself before you step in there, because you might have an influence that might be a bad influence and changes you to like join the army.
Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah.
Now you're out here carrying bazookas.
Facts. Those are facts. All right. Here's an interesting one, especially in the line of business that we're in. Time management. In radio, every second is crucial. In TV, in film, every second is crucial. Do you think people have problems with that, getting into the workspace and they're like, I just can't get the timing right?
I think we use being African as an excuse for not being punctual. And I think that's rude.
Absolutely.
I think it comes down to like your manners. When it comes down to getting to work on time, being punctual, it just shows respect for yourself and for the person who's employed you. Because at the end of the day, bruh, like we're not here trying to beg or whatever, waste our time, your time, anybody's time. So just be on time.
We're here to work.
Yeah, exactly. So be on time.
Absolutely.
I've worked with so many people who'd be like, oh, let's come through to studio. And then you get there, you're waiting for an hour.
And they're not there.
And I'm someone who gets to a place like 5 minutes before I need to be there. So just
look at you as punctual.
No, just out of respect for your time. And also like the way I was brought up, right? It's rude to waste someone's time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So when it comes down to me waiting for you for an hour, invite me to studio next time.
Yeah.
Watch me not pitch.
Shoot.
It does leave that lasting effect.
Shoot.
You know?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Second, problems that people face in the workplace, problems with co-workers. So now we get paired together and Stephanie, I really don't like you. How do we work that out? How do we work that out?
I always say don't take it personally
Yeah.
and like do your job and go home. You're not there to make friends at the end of the day. So
Do you
if
think-
you find that there's someone you're clashing with, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna do you any good by being like, oh my god, this person doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Accept it, move on, but get your work done because at the end of the day, this person is not contributing to your paycheck.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But now here's my thing. The principle again
Mhm.
behind all of it is, yeah, we're not really here to make friends
Mhm.
or to, but do we not want to create a palatable work environment?
This is where we're gonna start acting fake.
Okay.
You know those fake laughs and fake jokes that we have to act like we. I think
Yeah.
it's good to be polite and respectable always, no matter where you go. Not even at work only, but everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to maybe rubbing someone the wrong way at work,
Mm.
respect yourself.
All right.
It's the only advice I can give you.
Yeah.
Respect yourself because anything you say can and will be held against you.
Absolutely. Next thing, HR is calling you up.
My guy.
Now here's an interesting one. Everybody's saying that no, not everybody. You're saying that this is when we become fake. How do you deal with gossip?
I think I'm a bit dramatic for office gossip.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have
I'm
you
gonna
ever dealt
find
with
you.
that?
I'll find you during lunchtime, and we're gonna talk about it. Were you there? How
Ah.
do you know? Who told you?
Ah.
Like I'm not trying to like even entertain it. So we're gonna get to the bottom of the problem as soon as we can.
Okay. We're gonna attack the.
How do you
problem.
deal with it?
To be fair, I've never really had office gossip.
Mhm.
I've never really had, or I've never heard about it, where
Mhm.
people come to me and say, these things are being said about you.
Mhm.
But I think if they were, I'm very sensitive, eh?
Mhm.
I'd be so hurt.
It depends who's saying it also. If it's that person you know
Also-
who doesn't like you, I'm just gonna be like, keep talking.
Yeah. But
Just
imagine,
to-
imagine this is how you find out that someone is being fake towards you.
Yeah.
You thought, we're really
friends,
cool,
yeah.
we're friends, and then all of a sudden you hear
That's the
these
part
things
that
about
hurts.
you.
Yeah.
I think I'd tell you.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
if I
Confront
heard-
it.
Yeah, if I heard that you are gossiping about me, I'd like, Steph, maybe
So-
we need to talk.
Yeah, we do. I think that's the best way also to just avoid any unnecessary drama of going back and forth.
Yes.
It's like, okay, you said this, let's talk about it. Why did you say it? Did
Yeah.
you even say it? Because
Yeah.
what if you're not even the person who said it, you know? You're just trying to
Facts.
get drama in this hood.
And you're catching strays.
Mm.
Absolutely. The third one, workplace ethics and integrity issues. Now, this one is a big one, right?
We all have different ethics.
And integrity, like we all have different moral standards and moral
Mm.
compasses. But now here comes a promotion.
Mhm.
And I tell you that, there's a promotion. I want to host the drive time show, right?
Mm.
Let's say we're doing breakfast. And then you say, yeah, that's cool. But you're tied with the boss, right?
Oh, no.
And then you want the promotion.
Mhm.
Do you go for it? Do you not go for it? Where do you draw the line between
Ugh.
ethical standards, moral compass?
You know, this is
Where
like
do we
healthy
draw the line?
competition also because I'm just like, okay, do we not just have a conversation about this? Because we should be open enough to say, listen, I know you want it and you
Yeah.
know I want it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the fact that I'm friends with the boss is the problem.
Aha.
That's where the problem comes in because I'm just like, how much friendship is there?
Huh. Would you sleep your way to the top?
No, don't even play with me. Jesus is watching me. And this is a good question because, like, you know, when I got into this industry,
Yeah.
I was exposed to so many dark and evil things.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I wish I knew then what I know now.
Yeah.
And one of them was that reality where there were a lot of girls sleeping their way to the top,
Yeah.
sleeping with directors, producers,
Yeah.
just for the extra, you know.
Yeah.
I literally had to be like, nah, bruh, this isn't Stephanie. This
Yeah.
isn't how I was raised. And
Yeah.
what if my parents like find out?
And that's not the type of name that you want for yourself.
No,
going
I
forward.
think think before I do anything and I die this way, what would my parents say?
Hmm.
You know, if some people have different references of like their morals and their ethics,
Yeah.
maybe it's their granny or their husband or their wife.
Yes.
But mine is like, damn, if I disappoint my parents like this, I'm sure there's so many other ways to die.
All right.
You know?
I hear you.
So when it comes down to sleeping with someone for a job, babes, no, it's not going to
No.
work because they're always going to hold that against you.
I think I agree with you. For me, I would just always ask myself, am I comfortable with this thing coming out?
Mm.
If I am not, then
And then
I
they're going to be like,
probably-
yeah, you got that promotion because you are.
and then you'll
okay."
absolutely know that it's true. You
Yeah.
know?
You can't even say, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm a good worker. Even
Yeah.
if you are a good worker, you lose your credibility completely.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Dealing with harassment or discrimination. Something happened to me today
What happened?
here at work. Do you remember we were walking down the stairs coming to studio?
It was harassed.
I was harassed, but it was
Can
a
we
joke.
please talk to our HR?
I was like, get me HR on the line right now. How do you deal with that? Do you always see it as a joke? I was not really harassed. It was a joke.
It was a
but
joke.
It
Everybody
could
calm
have been
down.
harassment. But yeah.
When it comes down to who it is, I think that's where it's important. Who it is and how it's said and in
Uh-huh.
what context.
Uh-huh.
So, for example, like what happened earlier, Cooke is just a little prankster and he's your friend and you guys
Yeah.
have some sort of a relationship there,
Yeah.
right? If this was someone I didn't know and you out here saying things like running your mouth to the left, to the right, and you don't know me like that, but you think it's part of your personality and it's okay,
Yeah.
we're going to have a conversation.
Hmm.
And if it continues to continue, then
Get
we're
me
going to,
HR.
we're going to HR. I want to
Mm.
speak to your manager.
Mm.
Mm.
All right. I absolutely agree. Wrapping it up, I wish I was warned challenges that we face in the work environment that we absolutely do not appreciate. Fitting in, time management, problems with co-workers, workplace ethics and integrity issues, and harassment and discrimination. Those are some of the things that you'll face when you get into the work environment, be it the first time, be it a new work environment you've been working for 10 years. Any one of these could happen. I think just keep a level head
Mhm.
and just keep communicating.
Mhm.
Communicating makes these things better.
And keep the respect. Just keep
Yes.
the respect because you'll always win. If there's respect involved in your argument, you will always win.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. Wrapping up the first hour of the Marvel Drive. When we come back in the second hour, we head into our school ground, the Parental Expert Edition, and we talk to Ayanda Tekiana on how to positively parent your kids in the appropriate way. And then in our ship drive, we talk about what do we talk about? We talk about what you do when you are so annoyed with your partner. All of that and more coming up. Coming up right now, though, is Ghetto Tears Rather. This one is by 7th Ward Shorty. This is the Marvel Drive. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you straight after this.
Yeah. Clip business. I did. Someone short. Many years. Many years. Yeah. Many years. Yeah. Too many years in the cell. I ain't going back to more. I think you're taking me there. All the things I done seen, I deserve it, I swear. When I make it to the top, tell my city I care. And yeah, I remember the block. How my best friend died from a dummy who shot. I know they think I'm just a singer who won't say it, he not. Cause when I get it all, I'ma give you a lot. Missing mistakes in my day. Pray for water, pray for mercy. I ask time if he can stretch my debt there. Keep me here so I can love my family. Yeah, now throw some mercy at me. I know my purpose, I ain't perfect, I was more than to be. How long your service and you heard me with bananas and tea. I'm just trying to breathe in a young nigga dream. Too many years in the cell, I ain't going back to more. I think you're taking me there. All the things I done seen, I deserve it, I swear. When I make it to the top, tell my city I care. And yeah, I remember the block. How my best friend died from a dummy who shot. I know they think I'm just a singer who won't say it, he not. Cause when I get it all, I'ma give you a lot. I sit up in the cell thinking I'll let you leave. At times when I breathe, I can figure holy breeze. I wish you to your word, God rescue me. These balls can hold my body, but your love sets me free. This world keeps spinning while these saints lose their faith. All these niggas in the pen look like pigs round my waist. God, they say to keep faith. I know this hate makes me great. Keep me vibing with red heads till I see the pearly gates. Too many years in the cell, I ain't going back to more. I think you're taking me there. All the things I done seen, I deserve it, I swear. When I make it to the top, tell my city I care.